And we're recording. Welcome to an episode of the Dustings Podcast. I have Cassie back here with me today. You doing good this weekend?
Yeah, how about
Yeah.
you?
I think we're about to get into it. So, before I take my beanie off, right? So basically, we just bleached it twice today. We're meant to go bleach it like 3 more times or something like that because the color I'm going for. We ran out of hair dye,
Oh my god.
and then she went to go get more. The place she got the original dye from closed as soon as she got there.
Oh no.
So we have to wait till tomorrow night to finish it.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah.
I want to see this.
Oh my god. I'm actually nervous.
Oh my
god.
god.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is my hair at the moment. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be silver, but yeah.
It's not silver.
It's no, you have to bleach it multiple times before you get there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yikes. It was a lot more red the first time.
It looks like yellow and orange
It does.
with a little bit of brown at the bottom.
With
It
red-
actually
yeah,
looks
with-
kind of cool.
I don't know how I feel about this. It's so weird.
It looks kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. I'm just waiting for it to be silver. I mean, yeah, I kind of like it a little bit, but like, it's all right. Hold on, let me just fix the camera settings real quick. Yikes. Okay, cool. Anyways, so you were just telling me about your book,
Yeah.
or a book you're going through just now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's a book that's called Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus.
I wonder why it's named that.
It talks about because it's trying to explain the differences between men and women.
Okay.
Yeah, and how to honor those differences. Yeah, and
Okay,
it
okay,
helps
okay.
people fix their relationships.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
it just helps them. It helps people understand like the differences between men and women, basically.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
So like, what are you getting out of it so far? Like, how far are you into it?
I'm still I'm still in the beginning, but I've
Yeah.
learned some basic stuff. Like it was saying basically that men take pride in their competencies and women take pride in showing their and sharing their feelings in their relationships,
Mhm.
basically. And so like when a woman is coming to a man about her problems,
Yeah.
she's coming to get empathy, not to get solutions.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I kind of figured. I kind of
Yeah.
started to pick up on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when a woman comes to a man and he gives her solutions without showing any empathy, she feels like she's unheard,
yeah.
basically.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
makes sense for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then with men, when it said in the book that when a woman tries to tell a man, hey, you know what, let's just do it this way, and he's like, no, let me do it this way.
Mhm.
You know, he's doing it because he defines his sense of self through his competency level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so,
So like, do you feel like that you connect with that, or like you could relate to that? The woman's
Yes.
perspective, anyways. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes
It's
sense.
definitely. And the guy that wrote the book has a PhD, apparently.
Oh, it's like psychology and sociology.
I guess.
And then some.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I don't know what
guess.
that means. To be honest.
I would assume. I don't know.
I'd assume so too, and especially in the field of relationships. Yeah. I imagine
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So like, how do I feel about what it describes about men? I guess to a degree, it kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I guess for
Yeah.
me, anyways. I mean, I've never been in a serious relationship long enough to the point where we had to like sit down and talk through things. Well, I have, but that's a different story. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I never thought of it as my competency. Maybe somewhere in my subconscious I do, but I don't know.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. I don't know, but it was talking about how men like don't really talk about feelings. They
Mhm.
they like power, and they think more about objects like cars and stuff, like stuff that can reflect status or power level or whatever.
Okay, your status.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Okay, that I definitely don't relate to personally.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I don't know. I just never really cared what people
Yeah.
thought of me. I never really needed people
Like,
to think
yeah.
any higher of me. So like.
Like y'all think more about things that
Mhm.
like y'all care more about things that can show how much power you have.
Yeah, that I don't
That's
connect
what-
with. I
yeah,
definitely. Me
that's what
personally,
he
just
said.
me as an individual though.
Yeah. That's what it's basically how
Mhm.
it seemed. It's what it seemed like he was saying in the book. Basically.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I figured so.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's why flex culture is such a thing. So like.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So okay, that kind of makes sense.
Mhm.
So.
I mean, I'm guilty of using Snapchat filters. I'm very guilty
Oh
of that.
yeah.
I'm very guilty, especially when I have like acne and
Oh
I'm
yeah, yeah. I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. I don't blame you.
yeah, yeah.
I don't blame you
But
for sure.
I do think a lot of people can be very fake, and
Mhm.
social media just makes it worse,
Oh,
you know.
absolutely, absolutely. That's what that's how social media is like. Toxic in its own way.
Yeah.
It sets an unrealistic standard for people to
Mhm.
follow, and then people fall
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
okay,
Definitely. Yeah.
there's something I do want to ask you. Like, well, how do you feel about emotional men though?
I okay. Okay. So emotional men, I like when people show their emotions
Mm-hmm.
because it shows me that like people say that like okay, I don't believe that toxic masculinity is like a good thing, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, yeah.
So I like it when people show their emotions. I'm an emotional person. I
Mm-hmm.
wear my heart on my sleeve. I've always been that way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um but yeah, I mean I think it's fine if a guy shows his
Mm-hmm.
emotions. It's part of being human.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
And do you
natural.
find it attractive though, personally, or like you just think it's just a thing?
It's just a
It's just a
thing.
thing. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because like from the girls I do talk to, like they're like, yeah, they don't find it attractive like, if a guy shows it or like very emotional,
Mm.
and then they like so like obviously just the girls I've talked to,
Mhm.
and they said they can only show emotions once they're deep into the relationship with them. Uh, how do you feel about
I
that?
don't know about that. I
Mm.
think it's important to see who they are in the beginning,
Oh yeah, I
basically.
agree. Yeah, I agree
Yeah, it's
completely.
better to know in the beginning than to find out later
Mhm.
on.
Mhm. Yeah,
And so,
but don't
yeah.
you think? Do you think like getting to know the person is like the fun part of dating though, or
Getting to know a person,
yeah?
yeah, it can be very, very
Mhm.
interesting, but it can also be scary
Yeah, you
as
definitely scare
well.
with your with your
S-
stories from last time.
yeah,
Yeah, we can't share.
yeah, sure.
we can't share. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like it's very it can be fun, but it can be scary at the same time. But
Oh yeah, absolutely. I
yeah, yeah.
agree. I agree because you never know. Like they might be a sociopath.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so like makes sense for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So like I do know you just got out of a relationship recently. So like
Mhm. And I have not heard anything from him actually.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Okay,
well,
that's
plus I
fair.
have him blocked. So,
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So like how are you feeling now? Like, are you ready to get back out there?
I'm actually feel pretty chill. I feel good.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah, and I'm happy being single.
Yeah.
I actually told my parents, I'm like, you know what? I told my parents and my friends, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to date for a while. Like, I just want to focus on school and get my degree.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with that.
because I've noticed that when I get in a
Mm-hmm.
relationship with a guy or I just start talking to a guy, I put him before everything else,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
Mm-hmm.
not good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but because I'm aware of that
Mm-hmm.
thing about me, I think it's best that I just stay away from dating.
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah,
Work on yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. For sure.
exactly.
For
Yeah.
sure. Like, and like, I'm not saying this was you in your relationships, but like sometimes when people go into a relationship without even knowing themselves,
Yes.
so like they would be so focused on the other person that they become the other person in a way.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
And then,
one thing I've noticed is that when people are together, they pick up on each other's mannerisms.
yes, that's very true.
They
That's very
do.
true.
You slowly start to become the other person.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
know?
know I picked up some words that
Yes.
I used to be into a girl, and I sort of picked up on words that she would norm.
That's how I was with Mason.
Really?
Actually,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Some like he would always go noise, and then I'd start doing it like noise.
Oh, like he actually clicks his tongue.
Yeah,
Oh,
noise.
that's so weird.
Yeah,
That's
like
so weird.
yeah, he would do that. Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
there were some things that
Mhm,
he would do that I had picked up on, and
mhm.
yeah. But I felt honestly, I feel very relaxed now that
Mhm.
I'm actually out of a relationship
Yeah,
with
yeah,
him.
no problem. Nothing wrong
Yeah,
with that
and
for sure.
I honest to God I hope he's okay. I don't
Mhm.
wish him any ill will.
Of course, yeah. And like
Um,
from all
yeah.
the guys you described, he definitely does sound like the best one out of them.
He definitely was.
Yeah.
Yeah. There
Mhm.
was some things about him that was very confusing
Yeah, yeah,
and also stressful, but I wish the best for him. I hope
yeah,
he's
yeah.
okay.
Nothing
And
wrong with that
yeah.
for sure, for sure.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
like the way you described it, I'm pretty concerned as well.
Yeah,
Not gonna
yeah,
lie, for sure.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah. So, do you feel like if let's say all the guys you went through, right? Let's say that they were emotional, right? How do you think that relationship would have been? I guess that's the best way to say
If
it.
they were emotional,
No, or like show more emotions.
honestly,
Hold on, let me sound like
it would
bother me.
depend. It would depend on the way they were using the emotion.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Mason, okay, he was more emotionally numb
Yeah,
because of things he had experienced in his past.
yeah, yeah.
And he said the only emotion he ever understood was rage. Because
Understandable. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And he didn't understand love. He
Mhm.
didn't know what happiness felt like.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
didn't know what love felt like. He didn't understand. And I tried my best to get him to understand it,
Mhm.
and still it just didn't seem to click, and it seemed very hard to get through to him mentally sometimes,
Yeah, yeah. Of course, of course, of
cuz he
course.
was going through a lot mentally.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
yeah, he's a very traumatized person, and I
Naturally, yeah.
naturally, yeah.
Yeah, with everything you've been telling us, yeah.
Yeah. And but yeah, honestly, it would all depend on how they were using that emotion.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
like, let's say they just need emotional support, just someone to listen to.
Oh, I'd totally be there for
Okay,
them.
okay, makes
Oh
sense.
yeah,
Fair enough, fair
definitely.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Using emotions to manipulate people for sure is like definitely
Yeah.
not the move.
Yeah, and I've been in that position where
Mhm.
I've been emotionally manipulated before,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I can understand. But it's not okay to manipulate people like for your own like advantage. That's
Naturally,
not
yes,
yeah.
yes. Even just outside of relationships, just
Yeah.
just human interactions in general.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Oh my god, that's scary.
Yeah.
I need to put this back on.
Mm.
I
I
can't
just
take.
feel like one thing that Mason told me when he broke up with me is I shouldn't have is he shouldn't have led me on, and I'm like, and
Mhm.
when he said that, I was like, wait a minute, how long were you leading me on? Like I'm
Yeah,
confused.
yeah. Naturally.
Like what do you mean? And that kind of traumatized me because
Mhm.
what if the next guy that I wind up with winds up being the same way? Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What would you do then? That's kind of.
yeah, like what if the whole time we're together you've been leading me on and you've been unsure about how you feel about me and I've
Mhm.
been wasting all this time with you. Like I just don't. It scares me.
Yeah, of course, of course.
So
That's what happens.
yeah,
I mean, just any disaster at the end of the relationship would make a mark on anyone.
yeah,
To be honest.
man.
Yeah. So
Are you talking to anybody?
not really. No.
No.
At least I don't think I am.
Do you have any dating apps?
I have Tinder and
Tinder?
Bumble at the moment, but like I'm just making girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing intimate, just friends.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah,
realize I don't talk to a lot of girls.
yeah. I don't talk to a lot. Well, I don't really talk to a lot of guys either. To be honest
Yeah,
with you.
yeah.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I completely stayed away from. Okay, well, hold on, no, I stayed away from guys the majority of
Mhm.
the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because in high school, guys really only want you for sex. So
For the most part,
for
yeah.
the most part, yeah. My brother, he was like, Cassie, like before I started high school, he was like, Cassie,
Mhm.
one thing you need to know before you start high school is that 99% of the guys you meet in high school will be douchebags.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
yeah. He's not necessarily wrong either. Especially at our high school, it was very.
Very, very
If
douchebaggy.
they were
Yeah.
wearing Sperry's, there's a good chance that he's talking about them.
Yeah, I remember when I was a sophomore in high school,
Mm-hmm.
I had an English class with this one guy. I'm not gonna say his name.
Yeah, yeah.
But okay, so class had just ended, and it was the last class of the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we were the only two people left in the classroom,
Yeah.
and he turned around and he asked me out, and I was like, "Oh no, I'm good, I'm good." And
Wait, which class was this again? I
it was
forgot.
English,
Class.
in
Okay,
sophomore year,
Got it.
yeah.
Got it. Got it.
And I was like, "Oh no, I'm good. I'm honestly good."
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Are you sure? Cause I can treat you right." I was like, "No, no, no."
No.
And then he acted like he wanted to like jump out at me.
That's kind of okay. That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it was like he wanted to like attack me or something, and like you see, in that's one reason. I mean, like that's one of the reasons why women feel scared to reject guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Okay.
the way
Oh, I never thought of that.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
because they act like because a lot of men can't handle rejection. It seems like
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and that showed me right there that he can't handle rejection.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that after sophomore year, whenever I'd see him in the hallway, he would do that same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like,
Yeah,
dude,
okay, that's
what's
kinda-
your problem? Like, you're seriously so insecure. Like,
Mhm.
that's just sad. I'm like, I'm not going to say his name though.
Oh, after the podcast.
After the
After the podcast. I don't know. It sounds very scary though. Like, how long did you have to deal with that?
Ever since that day, he
Mm.
was just like, but it only happened a few times though.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, but that's why I've heard a lot of women say that they're scared to reject men because of how
Mhm.
the guy will react, because of things they've experienced in the past.
Yeah.
And I totally get that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I actually never thought of that because, like, I would say, like, why not just be honest? Because then that you avoid being in a shitty relationship, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, I don't know. That's what always confused me. But like, I never thought of that till now.
Yeah.
I guess part of it is like, I mean, I'm not saying I'm any different from any other guy, but like, I don't do that. No
Yeah.
means no to in my mind.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Like
I
it's
don't-
like
I
he
never
couldn't
thought of that.
respect it.
Yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
I'm like, see, I knew I was dodging a bullet.
For sure, for sure.
You know,
It's also
so-
like some other thing, is like for whatever reason, I noticed a lot of guys thinks that they're just playing hard to get the girl when they say no.
Not always.
I definitely not.
Definitely not. Sometimes she really just doesn't like you.
Yeah,
Sometimes they're just not that into you.
yeah,
And that's
for
why
sure.
they're saying no, you know. And
Yeah.
everything about him always, like everything he talked about was always about drugs for some reason.
Yeah, that's cool. That's kind of.
Like everything. And even our teacher got onto him about it. She's
Mhm.
like, dude, seriously, not everything is about drugs. You need to write about something other than drugs.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, don't
And
get me wrong. If you do drugs, like, no, more power to you, I
like
guess.
it's
but,
your
like,
life, it's your decision, but
Yeah.
like not everything should be about drugs.
Yeah.
I have family members who are like drug addicts and
Mhm.
like their whole life revolves around where their next high is going to come from. So
Yeah,
that's not like new to me, you know, because I'm used to being like around people who
yeah,
are
yeah.
like that.
Naturally.
But yeah, but everything with him always had to be about drugs, and it was like really
Yeah, it's
annoying
kind
and
of
old.
creepy, especially that
Yeah.
younger age. You know, like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know some. I want to say addicts, you know, but like, they definitely take substances quite a bit, but like, they can actually talk about other things, you know, other than
Mhm.
just drugs. So like,
Yes.
I'm not saying like, so like, my point is basically saying that whatever this guy is, like, his drugs is not an excuse for him to only talk about drugs.
Drugs.
Yeah,
Like, don't you have more going on in your life?
yeah,
Like,
exactly. So like,
you know.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of dumb, you know. Like,
Mhm.
if you want to do drugs, that's your choice. But like,
Yeah.
not everybody could talk about it all the time, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I have no interest to do drugs,
Mhm.
honestly.
Yeah, nothing more. Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, because I've seen the way it's affected people in
Oh,
my
yeah.
own family, and
Mhm.
I just don't. I don't want anything to do with it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but like we went to school with so many stoners, like
We did. We did.
so
Absolutely.
many.
For
Oh
sure.
my god.
For sure. It was quite something for sure.
Yes, they always. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And it was people of many different ethnicities, you know.
Oh yeah. We gotta put that out there because we know each.
Yeah, many different ethnicities.
Yeah, like it's a universal thing. It's not one specific thing. People are
Mhm.
definitely gonna get that twisted.
Definitely,
if-
yes. Oh my
Yeah.
god. I remember when girls in like high school,
Mhm.
there were two girls that made fun of me for like being a virgin. I
Oh,
remember
there's
that.
nothing wrong. What the fuck?
I'm like, there's nothing wrong with being a virgin. Like that's a personal decision, you know? And yeah, I don't like mind your own business. That's none of your business.
Like, yeah,
You know?
don't get me wrong. Me and my friends, we make virgin jokes a lot,
Mhm.
but like that's because we know it's okay, you
Mhm.
know. But like, man, to like, I don't ironically make someone for being a virgin is actually,
Mhm.
yeah, that's kind of dumb.
No,
Stop.
no. I didn't
Yeah.
like it. I didn't like it at all. Like
Mhm.
it was honestly bullying.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
I can see it.
yeah, like one girl called me a Virgin Mary.
That's
Her her name was Grace, just so everybody knows.
oh,
It was just like her name was
oh,
Grace.
hold on. I need to censor that. I wish I could just put it out there, but like,
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's fine.
ah,
You know.
fuck.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, it's fine.
18 minutes. Okay, I'll remember that.
Okay.
God.
And then the other girl, her name was
Nope.
no. Oh, okay. The other girl, she made
I
fun of me
wish,
for
but,
being
like,
a virgin. She was like she called me like a little goody two shoes and stuff
What
like
the
that.
fuck is wrong with what's wrong with being the goody two shoe?
I don't know. I
Oh
guess
my
they think.
God.
I guess they think like you never have fun because you're a goody two
That's
shoes.
so dumb. It's like imagine it's like going up to someone saying, "I bet you're good at math." What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Like yes, I am.
Yeah.
Are you jealous? Apparently you
yeah,
are.
apparently I'm like, what the fuck? How's that an insult? You really?
Oh my.
Goody two shoe. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. Oh my
Who
god.
cares, dude?
How long? I got a question. How
Yeah.
long do you think you should be in the talking stage with someone before you get into a relationship with them?
Me personally, I think it's like whenever each side is comfortable enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because with my first boyfriend,
Mhm.
we were in the talking stage for only a few days.
Yeah.
And then with my second boyfriend, we were in the talking stage. I don't even know. It was I don't even know. But it was a short period of time.
Yeah.
And then with my third boyfriend, it was for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
But I had known my third boyfriend since the 6th grade.
Yeah. So that's a little different for sure. So
Yeah.
for sure.
But one of my friends was like, Cassie, that's not a long enough time. Like you should be
Mhm.
friends with the person for a long time, for like a while before you get into a relationship with them,
Mhm.
because it's better to really know them before you
Yeah.
get into a relationship with them.
I think that's only if you want something serious and long term.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like for me, right? For me, this is how I approach it. If I just want something casual, then I probably won't need to talk to you very long. But like if I want
Mhm.
something serious, then we're gonna have to go. We have to like really get to know each other before we
Mhm.
get be serious. Some pretty much, yeah.
Well, with all my boyfriends, I was aiming to be serious.
Okay, yeah, I think
Yeah.
definitely. Well, the last guy, yeah, it's more understandable. I think it's fair. But the first two guys, yeah, definitely more time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could
Yeah.
use some more time for sure.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. I don't. It was definitely good. They were all very good life lessons.
For sure, for sure. You know,
Definitely.
I think most of my relationships were as well.
Mhm.
So hold on. Yeah, I know the last one was for sure a huge lifelong lesson for sure.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
oh
Oh my
yeah,
god.
high school dating. That's just fun. Well, this wasn't high school dating, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'm curious, like, if I'll ever bump into them ever again.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I think that's natural too. We just all wonder that.
yeah, I really wonder. I don't know. Oh my god. I'm just. I can only imagine how awkward that would be. I don't. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
think it depends how you handle it. To be honest,
Yeah. Maybe
like
it's only awkward if you make it awkward.
exactly.
But I think it also depends on how the relationship ended as well.
Yeah, I agree. I
You
agree.
know?
Yeah, and it also
Yeah.
depends on how much time has passed as well. Because
Yeah.
sometimes I've seen people relationships. Not that I've seen it, but like I hear that sometimes they run to each other again like as if nothing happened. They're
Yeah.
just like, hey, how you doing? Oh, here's my kids now. Blah blah blah. Just move and just
Yeah.
'cause people just move on.
Mhm. Like I don't even. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Like, yeah. I would never get back with the second one.
Oh, I don't blame you.
I would
Oh my
never.
god, he was
No.
something for sure.
No. The first one, it took me a long time to get over him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the third one, I mean, I'm okay. Like I'm not sad or angry
Mm-hmm.
or anything like that.
Yeah.
But like, but I
You.
care about him,
Yeah. Yeah.
like, and I wish him the best,
Mm-hmm.
But like, he and I always had this chemistry that I could never really explain.
Yeah. Of course.
And I thought like in high school, well, after I heard him tell his girlfriend at the time that he didn't like me, and we had this chemistry class together,
Mm-hmm.
and we got along so well. We were always like cracking jokes, and I thought to myself, man, it's too bad you don't like me because we would make great partners. I feel like
Yeah.
that's what I thought to myself.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it to him. I was like,
No, no, no,
oh,
no.
that is pretty bold.
I thought it to myself.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Makes sense.
But
Okay.
he said apparently he liked me a lot in high school, but he was afraid to ask me out because he was afraid that I would reject him.
Yeah, I remember making fun of him for that.
Wait, what?
I remember you were telling me on the phone, and I started making fun of him for a little bit.
Wait, what did you
I
say?
don't remember.
You don't remember?
I
Oh.
think I said that's some pussy shit right there.
Oh my god.
Maybe I don't remember.
I don't know. Like he would tell the teacher, our chemistry teacher, that,
Yeah, yeah, you told. Yeah, I remember that.
and she would encourage him to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and he wouldn't do it.
Yeah, but that's kind of weird. But he can ask out some other girl though.
Yeah, he said it was just it was kind of like a in the moment kind of thing.
Okay, makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay.
But I'm like, so all of that for it to turn out like this,
Yeah, I feel that too. Yeah.
and it makes no sense,
Yeah.
and I just don't get it, and I'm like, I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, yeah, definitely not. I mean, not a lot of breakups do for sure,
Yeah.
and yeah, it definitely sucks. Man, I relate to that on a very personal level
Mhm.
for sure. It sucks. That's all I could say. It sucks. You just gotta move
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. I just like I don't get it. Like with everything he did in high school, with everything he felt in high school and the way I felt in high school, and then for it to turn out this way, and we had known and liked each other since the 6th grade.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
And I remember the very first time I saw him, I started having a crush on him.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and we were in this math class. We were doing this math. I think we were no, it was for the STAR test. I think we were
Oh
rotating.
my god, that was a thing.
We rotated to different classrooms. Do you
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that? Yeah, and I turned around and I saw him. I was like, oh my god, he's really cute. That's
Oh
what I
my
did.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And
that's
he would help
cute.
me out with my math problems.
Of course. Yeah, but I remember the jokes after this. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. It was so funny. Yeah. And I thought he was the cutest thing. Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah, it happens.
pretty much.
Yeah, it definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, my condolences for sure.
Yeah.
I know the feeling. I'm definitely not gonna talk about it anytime soon, but yeah, trust me, I know how that feels.
Mhm.
For sure.
What do you think? Do you think you? Well, I know you're not psychic or anything like that.
Of course, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But do you think so? Guys don't feel don't start to really feel the breakup until after a while, right? Is that
Oh,
true?
I don't know about other guys, but for me, I depends on the relationship. My last relationship, I felt it right away. You know,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, that's just one relationship. I don't know about the other two relationships. I don't remember it. I kind of think of them as jokes, to be honest. So
Ah.
like,
Okay.
I don't really remember. But my last relationship for sure, yeah, I felt the hit right away. Other guys, I can't speak for them. I don't know what goes on in their heads.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I got you.
that's all I could say.
I mean, I
Okay.
just
Oh,
wonder. I
mhm.
wonder how he's feeling about it. I'll never know.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah. One of my friends said she got a hold of him, and he said that he thinks he'll never be ready for a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
no matter whether or not he thinks he is ready.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, and he's going through a lot. I just wonder like what he's thinking or what he's feeling, or if
yeah,
he's just. Oh, I don't know. I'll probably never know, but
yeah.
I'm curious about it. You know.
If I were to talk to him, I probably would tell him like you probably never know, anyways.
Yeah. Yeah.
And realistically, we probably never will be ready. So like
Yeah. Yeah.
sometimes you just gotta take the leap of faith.
Well, you'll never be 100% ready or
Exactly,
prepared for anything in
exactly,
life.
exactly. So sometimes you just gotta leap.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, so like I
Yeah.
want to ask you something though. Like this I hear this is part of the toxic positivity movement that I really don't believe in. But like this one saying that goes to stop fighting for relationships. Like good relationships will come naturally. Like, do you believe in that? Because
Um,
despise that saying. I'll come back to that in a second.
like you have like I think you gotta do what you gotta do to make it work. Like
Yeah,
if you really love and care about the person,
exactly.
and
Hmm.
if you just I think you gotta do I think you gotta work on it together.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Because like a lot of the arguments saying like you don't need to hurt yourself, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But like the fact that you could put yourself aside, make sacrifices within yourself to how do I say, to cherish a relationship. That's how you know you really care about that person and
Yeah.
value that person.
Mhm.
Like nothing in life should come easy in general.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it's not very valuable.
Yeah.
So like
Exactly.
that's why I don't. That's why I don't agree with this. This sounds like some stupid teenager role,
Yeah.
to be honest. Like, oh my god, like you gotta fight for things in life
Yeah,
if you
you
want to keep things
do.
around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You have to work hard for things in
Exactly.
life.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. But someone says I once heard someone say that you don't deserve anything in life, you earn it.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
I
that's
agree.
what. Yeah.
Yeah.
And and it holds more value in your heart when
Exactly.
you when you worked hard for it,
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. Exactly. So that's how I view relationships too. You know, like
Yeah.
so dumb. Like if I care about somebody, I will fight for them no matter the cost.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the kind of person that will do anything to make something work, especially when I'm in a relationship with them.
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense.
You know, like when I
Hmm.
was with Mason, I was doing everything in my power to make it work,
Hmm.
you know, and I feel like he didn't always
Reciprocated it.
reciprocate
Hmm.
that. And it confused me and it kind of hurt me a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
And I didn't really understand why. But he would give me excuses and
Hmm.
but sometimes I felt the excuses he gave me didn't really seem relevant.
Hmm.
And yeah, but I
But
tried my best to understand from
yeah,
his
yeah, nothing
perspective.
wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that for sure. You know, and that's
Yeah.
not to say that we don't have our limits either, for
Mhm.
sure. Because everybody does definitely have their limits. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Man.
man,
Uh,
relationship sucks in general. But like, you know what?
yeah. I'm just tired of putting up with guys, if you know what I mean. Just like
Yeah.
being in relationships. And every guy that I've ever been with has hurt me so all the guys that I've been with have hurt me in the exact same way. Pretty
Mm-hmm.
much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Well, I guess that's what one of my friends told me.
Yeah.
They're like, Cassie, I've noticed that she's like, you know what, Cassie, I've noticed a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that every guy that you've been with has been emotionally unavailable,
Mm-hmm.
has mommy issues, and
Mm-hmm.
they've all hurt you in the exact same way.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Yeah. That's yeah. There's definitely a pattern there for sure.
Yeah. And yeah, and she said that there's a reason for that. That gave the reason for why she thinks I choose those kinds of men.
Yeah.
And yeah, but let's be real here. None of them were real men. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
they were they acted like boys in certain ways. So
I
no
mean, me and
matter
my boys do. So
So
For sure, for sure.
yeah. So like, what's going on in your life though? What's
Well, other than the hair dyeing, yeah, nothing really. Cause like I know. So in terms of relationships, for sure, I don't want to be in one anytime soon at all.
I feel that.
Yeah, like and I'm very content with the idea of like I might not get married at all, period, or find someone at all.
I understand that feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I just learned, you know what? I just, you know, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not, then it's not. You know,
Yeah.
like
But do you believe in right person, wrong time?
yes, I
You do.
absolutely do. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I believe that was my last relationship. To be honest.
Yeah. I was man. I just I think for every single one of my ex-boyfriends, I was hoping it was that.
Yeah,
You
yeah. I
know,
don't blame you. I don't
because
blame you.
I didn't want to let go.
Naturally,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm like, you know what, maybe it's just right person, wrong time, and I should just be patient and wait on them.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
Uh,
I don't
the
know if I
second
should.
one. I know that's like wrong for both things.
Yeah.
I know wrong for both
Yeah.
both points. Yeah,
No.
for sure. Yeah.
But I just, oh my god, I just don't want to be in a relationship. I'm fine being single. Honestly, I'm
Sure.
happy and I feel a lot more peaceful on the inside.
Yeah,
And I don't in the back of my mind, I'm not going, why haven't they texted me? Why haven't they called me?
yeah. I hate that.
You know, like it just, and then I'm always feeling stressed out, you know, and I just feel more at peace now, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wait, I know this is a random question. You have a sibling, right?
Yeah. Or three. Yeah.
How are they doing?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Not my problem.
Oh, you don't talk to them?
Not really, to be honest. Like
Oh.
we live in the same house, so like cool, whatever.
Oh.
But like we don't really dig into each other's lives. We all have our own thing going on, pretty much.
Yeah. You know what? That's how it was with my third ex-boyfriend. He was like, I was like, hey, have you told your family about us? And he was like, no, I don't really talk to them. And
well, yeah, like naturally from what you've told us about him, yeah, I can understand why.
He said, he was like, well, they've never really been there for me, so why should I be there for them?
Yeah, fair enough.
And stuff like
Fair
that,
enough.
and yeah, basically. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's pretty
Yeah.
justifiable enough,
Yeah.
to be honest.
and he was like, I don't really tell people about my personal life.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. My third ex-boyfriend, Sergeant, was trying to hook up with me. Yeah, literally the day after he broke up with me, his sergeant added me as a friend on Snapchat and was trying to talk to me about what happened between Mason and I. And he was like, "I've got time for you."
That's
And he kept trying to send me Snapchats, and he was reading. He was watching my Snapchat stories. And the last time he sent me a Snapchat was a week ago, and I haven't opened up any of his Snapchats.
oh, you're a
Yeah.
sergeant. You're busy enough. What the fuck?
But Mason and his sergeant, they hang out like friends.
Yeah.
They're very friendly. And yeah, and he said that his sergeant is one of the very few people that actually care
Mhm.
about what he's going through. So
Yeah, well, it's kind of
yeah.
weird though the way he just like
yeah, I know. I'm like, are you really a real friend of Mason?
Yeah,
Are
that's
you
what I'm
really?
thinking. Now that's what I'm starting to think too.
I know, and I'm like, first of all, that goes against my morals.
Yeah, exactly.
Because first of all, you're his sergeant.
Yeah.
Second of all, you're his friend, and third of all, you're my ex-boyfriend's friend.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, I feel like that would be kind of wrong. And,
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and also his sergeant said he wasn't looking for anything serious. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good.
I'm starting to wonder if his sergeant had something to do with the breakup.
You think?
It's very possible.
What do you think
I
happened?
don't know. I don't like so like obviously he's a sergeant. He's a higher up above him. So like there could be some blackmail shit going on. I mean,
Okay.
that might be That might be very over the top and exaggerated, but like
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking at all possible angles. Cause like I don't know, dude. Maybe he could have encouraged him to break up with you, so that he could do exactly what he did.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know, but what Mason told me, he said the reason why he broke up with me. He said, well, let me read this out to you. Actually, I'm gonna do it right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
He said, sorry, today has been rough and the power just turned back on, and I shouldn't have rushed myself into a relationship I'm definitely not ready for, and it's more stress on me with the Marines here and everything while going through my medical evaluation board.
Oh yeah, he definitely does sound like a lot. He's going through a lot.
Yeah. And I flipped out. I freaked out. I was like, wait, hold on, whoa, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to understand better. Like
Mhm.
I don't. And he said it was more stress on him, but I remember him telling me that that being in a relationship put a little bit of stress on him, but it was the good kind of stress.
Yeah.
And I didn't. and I was like,
Interesting. Gets rid
yeah,
of stress.
yeah, and I was like, okay, and because I remember being on the phone with him when he said that, and before he said that, I was like, hey, Mason, I want to let you know that if I've ever put like any stress on you, I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
Like I felt like I was being a handful at times, but he was also a handful at
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it goes both ways,
Yeah. Which should be like, well, that's what it should be in a relationship.
Yeah, and um, he said that the majority of the time when we had arguments, it was because he had fucked up, not because I had fucked
Mm-hmm.
up. So yeah,
Mm,
it was pretty
interesting.
much that was pretty much what had been said during
Yeah.
that conversation, and yeah. So
Yeah. I mean,
I wonder if I'll ever see him again. I wonder. I don't know, but
I mean, every military track comes to an end. Contract comes to an end at some point.
I know.
So yeah, that's what I think I talked about this last time. But like, I'm definitely worried about where he would go after the military.
He said he would move in with his mom, and then
Oh.
he'll get a house somewhere because the military is gonna give him like 200 grand
Mm-hmm.
after he leaves the military, and he'll be able to buy a house with that.
Yeah.
Whatever kind of house he can buy with that much money.
Yeah, that sounds about
So
right. Yeah.
yeah.
Huh. Well,
So
that's something at least.
and he had talked to me about wanting to move in together after he got out of the military
Mm-hmm.
and after I was finished with college, and I'm just like, it's so confusing considering how he was acting prior to him breaking up with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very weird.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he just like came to a realization or something that maybe what he has on his plate is not feasible for him to have a relationship. So like that's why. So he broke it off before it gets any worse.
Mm-hmm.
So he might have done something good. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't say for certain.
Yeah.
But
But like I have him blocked, so I wonder if he's discovered that. I don't know. I don't know.
do you wonder maybe at one point during he was blocked, he might have tried to reach out to you?
I don't know. If I unblocked him, would I be able to see that?
I think you might have to. So it was on Snapchat, right?
It was on everything.
Oh, okay.
Phone number, social
Um,
media, everything.
I don't know about number. Snapchat, he might have to re-add you on Snapchat. Y'all might have to send each other friend requests again. Same thing with Instagram, Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, the way our breakup ended
Mhm.
made it not such a good idea to try and do that.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Whatever you think's best.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
a long story.
Do you feel like there's more of a chance for you guys to like work things out if he was out of the military?
Yes.
Sounds about right. Yeah, I imagine a lot less stress.
Yeah. But like he was also an asshole.
Yeah. Okay.
He had a caring side, but he was also an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And that made things difficult for me,
Of course. Yeah. naturally.
especially. And he also showed some narcissistic traits.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Those
Yeah.
do tend to be red flags for
Yeah.
sure.
Every single one of my ex-boyfriends has shown narcissistic traits.
Mm-hmm.
And
David was the most blatant. Oh fuck. 38 minutes. I didn't mean to say his name.
No,
The
you're-
second, yeah, the second guy. I feel like he was the most blatant.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And yeah, but and that's something one of my friends told me as well. They're like, I noticed all of your ex-boyfriends have shown narcissistic traits, and my mom agreed as well. And she works in the healthcare field, so
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she sees it quite a bit. So
yeah,
like,
so
yeah.
yeah. But yeah, basically,
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we definitely. I don't know. It's kind of weird though. Why do you think is it that you fall for these guys?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to talk about it on
Okay,
on
that's
camera.
fine. So you don't have to. We have to go there. We don't have to go there for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I guess I don't know if I attract those types of guys or if I am attracted to those types of guys.
Mm-hmm.
But I've definitely I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like
I mean, there's also the saying, we attract what we put out there. So like,
yeah.
I'm not saying it's the same case for you, but like, I think it's something you should think about. Maybe I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know how to say it. That's my nicest way of putting it, to be honest.
Emotionally broken men.
Yeah, sure. we could say that, yeah, sure. Yeah, let's just put it that way. Yeah.
I mean, in certain ways, I've felt broken
Yeah.
in the past,
Mm-hmm.
especially with the way certain people have treated me in the past.
Yeah.
People who are traumatized. That's
Yeah.
definitely me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. I just
Yeah, it sucks. I get it. I get it. It sucks.
yeah.
You know.
I feel like I always compromise
Yeah.
for
Definitely.
other people, but other people are not willing to compromise for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that. I
Eh,
feel that. You know.
Yeah. And that hurts me.
For sure. For sure.
And but I put up with it. I choose to let
Mhm.
people treat me that way.
Yeah.
And over time, I've become a lot more blunt. Like if that makes sense,
Yeah.
because I'm so sick and tired of putting up with people's
Bullshit.
BS.
Yep. Yep.
Yes,
Nothing wrong with that.
and I let Mason know that ahead of time,
Mhm.
early on, but I noticed later on in our relationship I became less and less like that,
Yeah.
and I don't know why. I think it's because I have a hard time letting go. I was afraid that our relationship would have to end,
Mhm.
and I know I have a hard time letting go, so I
Yeah.
refrained
Yeah.
myself from speaking my mind. I was very nice to him.
Mhm.
And there were times when he wasn't so nice because
Yeah.
he's an asshole.
Yeah.
And he did not start to show that side of him to
Mhm.
me until after we were together, basically.
Yeah, yeah. I can definitely see that for sure. Because like
Yeah.
once you're in a relationship with someone, you naturally sometimes like it's even subconscious as well. You just naturally start growing more comfortable around them, and then you just
Yeah.
let your guard down and just do exactly that. You become an asshole.
Yeah, basically. And one of my friends from school, she was like, "Yeah, he has a friendly side, but he also has an asshole side." And I was like, "Wait, so you had known about this?"
Hmm.
Like I had no idea, you know.
Yeah, warning would have been nice.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I asked her the other day. I was like, "Hey, have you heard from Mason at all? Is he okay?" And she's
Mhm.
like, "Oh, I haven't talked to him in a couple days." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah. I hope he's okay. You know,
Yeah, I hope
like
so too. Yeah, he does seem like a good guy though,
yeah.
for sure.
Just wonder if I'll ever bump into him
yeah,
again like
yeah,
that. I don't
but like
know.
for real, all I can say is really don't worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
naturally, yes, curiosity gets the best of us naturally, but like for sure.
Yeah,
Ooh,
definitely.
something I want to do. I want to ask you though, like, do you believe that a relationship where the woman has to fix the man, do you think that's healthy?
No.
I agree. I'm there with you.
You should be whole
Mm-hmm.
when you like people say you need to heal from your traumas
Mm-hmm.
before you get into a relationship with somebody, but that's a lot easier said than done.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. And fixing see like okay, another thing, I am not your mom.
Exactly. Yes.
You know?
You shouldn't have to raise them.
I shouldn't have to raise you.
Yeah.
You should be a man when I get into a relationship with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so I'm not healed from all my traumas either.
Mm-hmm.
So I
You're
definitely
not gonna go into another relationship. Yeah.
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 But like I've got every relationship that I've gone into, I've was traumatized. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was
Naturally.
traumatized going into it.
Yeah.
You know, and so and that trauma caused me to overthink and stress out
Yeah.
and basically yeah.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
yeah,
Makes
but
sense.
it's not my job to fix you.
I agree.
And
I
for
agree.
some reason women love the broken bird. We have the broken
Yeah.
bird syndrome. Yeah, yeah.
I never understood that. Like, girl, you're wasting your time, especially when they're young. Like,
Women take women love to do that actually.
Mhm.
Like we love one of our love languages is helping is fixing men basically. Like helping them
Yeah.
become better versions of themselves.
yeah, and ironically, they're the one that end up broken.
Yeah, yeah, like we're the caretakers, you know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's a love language of that's one of women's love languages is trying to help you even though it's unsolicited,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know. So, yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely unhealthy for sure.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
don't know. I don't know.
It's very draining mentally and
It's
physically.
very weird. Like, it's not good for you, but like, it's ingrained inside of you one way or another. You know what I mean?
Yes, definitely.
That's definitely ironic.
Yes. Definitely.
Yeah.
And it's very draining
Mhm.
and it's just it can get very unhealthy to a certain point.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like you say, it drains you.
Yeah,
Like you said,
yeah.
it drains you for sure.
And I felt like with Mason, he was so broken that he was beyond help. And his doctor actually told him that. He's like, you know what, dude, you're actually beyond help.
Yeah. You don't want to hear that from your doctor.
Yeah, really. And I didn't know what to do. And there were
Mhm.
times when he would tell me stuff that would leave me absolutely speechless, or he
Yeah.
would rant to me and I wouldn't know what to say.
Mhm.
And it would make me feel like shit because I didn't know what to say. And
Yeah.
but I would sit there and listen to him because I know that's what he wanted. He wanted somebody to listen to
Mhm.
him. I was I would just sit there and listen to him rant or vent,
Yeah. Yeah.
and yeah, but yeah, I felt like he was like, see, it doesn't matter, like he's like, you'll never know what to say to me because like nothing you can say or do, like nothing you could say could really help,
Mhm.
like nothing anybody could say would help.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah.
at that point, like if you recognize that though,
Yeah.
I think that's a sign that you gotta do something else to figure it out for yourself.
Mhm.
Because I don't know how. Like I said, I don't know what he went through or how he handled it. But at the same time, like you can't depend on other people. You can't always depend on other people to fix your problems
Yeah.
or even point you in the direction to do so. Like you
Yeah.
just gotta take that step yourself
Yeah.
sometimes.
You gotta make sure that at the end of the day, you've got you,
Exactly.
so that you can take care of you,
Hmm.
and I feel bad for the guy,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
there's times where I do feel sad
Hmm.
about it, and then there's times where I'm like, you know what, I'm happy.
Yeah,
I feel more at peace on the inside. I'm happy, but yeah, I hope he's okay though.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Nothing wrong with that for sure.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I don't know. My mom was like, Cassie, maybe you'll meet a guy in school. And I'm like, honestly, I don't want anything to do with guys right now.
yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing
Yeah,
wrong with that. And you don't really ever need one either.
yeah, you
And vice
really
versa for
don't.
men. You don't need a woman in your life.
Well, my dad says
Mhm.
that every smart man knows he's nothing without a woman. That's what he said.
I mean, I think that's fair enough, but
Yeah,
sometimes, like,
yeah.
if you don't see one fit in your life, then it is what it is.
I mean, you don't have to be married or have
Yeah,
kids,
exactly, exactly.
And one thing I hate is when
Mhm.
people is when you tell someone, I don't know if I want to have kids or I don't want to have kids, and they go, well, you're young,
Yeah,
you still
exactly.
have
Yeah,
time to think about it.
yeah. I was there for sure. I was like, I definitely want kids
Yeah, yeah.
one of these days, and that was like really that was actually my main end game,
Mhm.
to be honest, and that was not healthy.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And they're like, you know what? You're in your early 20s. You still have time to think about it. And you're like, no, I'm pretty confident that I don't want to have kids.
yeah, yeah.
Or like, and the same thing with drinking as well.
Hmm.
Like, oh, you have time to think about it. It's okay. Like,
Yeah,
no, I'm pretty confident that I don't ever want to drink.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
things like that. And like, why is the goal? Why is the goal always to have kids? Like,
I
why
don't
to?
know either.
I don't understand.
I don't understand either. I think it's like a societal thing. Well, obviously it's a societal thing.
Like, yeah,
Like I
pretty
don't.
much. Like society has dictated that your goal in life should be to have kids and to get
Yeah, yeah.
married
I
and
think a lot of it is probably like our primal instincts as well, because as animals, we're literally, let's be real, animals are made, we're made to eat, sleep, and fuck, and reproduce, basically.
pretty much, yeah.
And like a human as well, it's the same thing applies to human as well. So I guess like, but like with humans, it's like we have, how do I say this? Free will, I guess.
Free will, I guess.
So
Yeah.
like we're allowed, so that makes us, like put more thought behind everything. I guess put more meaning value to everything.
Mhm.
So like I guess it's just the same thing except exaggerated. It's basically our animal instincts being exaggerated with
Mhm.
human philosophies.
Mhm. I don't know if life is predetermined or if we get to make decisions with free will. Like
I th-
I've always dealt with some cognitive dissociation when it comes to
yeah.
that.
Here's my take on it. I think it's more so like we're in control of the way we react. I think that's really as far as it goes, to be honest. I
Mhm.
mean, obviously, there's some other things in our lives too, like like simple as like, what do I want to eat today,
Mhm.
or religion, like which one do I believe in, or do I want to believe in,
Mhm.
or do I want to make my own cult? I mean, as long as you don't hurt other people, by all means.
Yeah, I've heard people say that God knew that was gonna happen to you. God knew that
Yeah,
that bad thing was gonna happen to you.
yeah, and
And,
as a Christian myself, like
and
I was.
I'm yeah. Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. No.
Oh no, I was basically like everything I just said before that, just kind of like neutered down
Mhm.
without going to the Christian side of things. But like, yeah, as a Christian myself, yeah, I definitely believe that, and I also believe like He knows how we're gonna react to everything
Yeah.
that's going thrown at us.
So it makes me wonder if he literally predetermines every little detail of your life
Uh,
from start to finish.
I'd say yes, and that might make people uncomfortable
Yes,
knowing that
exactly.
someone else is making decisions for your life. So
Yeah,
uh,
it's pretty crazy. And I've heard people say that he only predetermines the good things in your life because God is good and he would never
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
But like if he predetermines every little detail of your life from start to finish, then wouldn't that mean he predetermines all the bad things
Yeah,
too?
yeah. Like like I said, I think it's like more so like the way we are more so in control of the way we react to the
Yes.
things that happen to
Yeah.
us.
Mhm.
So then, like whatever we do is like the consequence. Whatever bad comes is like the consequences of our poor decisions.
Yes.
So like I think it's a very complex issue for sure. For
Yes.
sure, we bring God into the picture for sure.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely.
For sure. I don't think there's just one simple answer, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely believe there's a God, you know.
Hmm.
In my mind there's just no way there can't be.
Yeah.
When I look at it from a scientific point of view,
Hmm.
it just makes sense to me. Like I can't like how it would take a while for me to explain, but
Yeah.
I don't see how there can't be a
At
God.
the same time, and I think it's fair too, like how everything came to be. Like some
Yeah.
people sometimes like just the fact that everything came to be by pure luck
Yeah.
doesn't sit well with people.
Yeah.
But then you can make the argument how the God came to be then. What if
Exactly.
that was pure luck as well?
And like when you think about existence in general, if you
Mhm.
think about it for too long and how it was created and like how anything is anything,
Mhm.
like what is,
Yeah.
and you think about it for too long, it'll make you feel like you're going crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I felt that.
And
Yeah.
like I've had several moments like that. Like
Mhm.
I'll sit down and I'll think about it for very
Mhm.
deeply, and I'll go, "Oh my god,"
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
like that. And I'm
Mhm.
like, "Okay, I gotta stop myself
For sure.
and just live." Just live because you're
Yeah.
already alive, right? Just
Yeah.
live your
Just
life and die, and
whatever happens after that happens.
yeah,
You'll be
yeah.
fine. So like, if there's no God, okay, well then I'm just dead.
I'm
That's
just
it.
dead.
No problem. I don't have to worry about anything else in the world.
Yeah, just
And
live your life and die.
yeah,
That's it.
there you go.
Death is inevitable.
That's inevitable.
It's
And I'm still speaking in a neutered standpoint a little bit. I'm trying to like neuter down my Christianese. I guess you can say that.
Mhm.
But like, that's what all it boils down to. If we're gonna simplify it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I always tell people, like, what do you believe in? Whatever brings you peace, sure, by all means. I
Uh-huh.
believe what I believe and you believe in what you believe in.
Yeah,
Mm.
there's no point in trying to change other people because people are not going to change unless they want to change,
Exactly.
basically.
Yeah.
And that's what Mason actually told me.
Hmm.
He and I actually got into a debate about politics, and he's like, one thing I don't understand is why whenever someone um comes out about their political views,
Hmm.
people automatically try to change their political views.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either. I'm with
Yeah,
him.
yeah. He was like, "This is America. We have the right to believe. You have the right to believe what you want to believe, and I have the right to believe what I want to believe. And I just don't understand why people can't just respect that and move on with their lives.
Yeah, yeah.
You know."
I
And
saw
so-
this one post by a girl. She's holding up a sign at a women's protest. I thought it was like super dumb. She's like, only America you can be pro war, pro something, and pro abortion. I'm like, yeah, that's because we have the right to do so.
Yeah,
I'm not,
yeah.
I'm not saying I agree with those beliefs either,
Mm.
but I'm just saying realistically, that's their right.
Mhm.
Even though I don't agree with it, that's their right to believe in that.
Mhm.
But secondly, America is not the only country that allows you to have those beliefs.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure South Korea, people are allowed to have those beliefs as well,
Mhm.
because your belief is in here,
Yes.
and like you, you can't. No matter voting could change that,
Mhm. Yeah.
or no
yeah.
laws, no policies could change what's in
Mhm.
here.
Yeah. Just because a certain person got elected does not mean your beliefs have changed.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. It's
And
so.
so, I mean, I believe you should have the right to have control over your own body and make decisions for your own body.
Makes
That's
sense.
what
Fair
I,
enough. Yeah.
yeah. Because I know for a fact that I don't like being controlled by other people,
Mm-hmm.
and so I don't. I have my body.
Yeah.
This is my body.
Mhm.
You don't know what it's like to have my body, so you should not. I'm the one that has to live with this body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you don't understand what it's like to be in my shoes and have my body, so why should you have the right to dictate what I can and cannot do with my body?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
You're talking about abortion or just in general? Or
just in
like-
general.
Okay, your beliefs in
Yeah.
general. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's definitely a
Yeah,
touchy
yeah.
subject. for
I'm
sure.
just saying.
Yeah, but fair enough. It's all
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's all good. Yeah, I tell people the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I said, like, it comes down to like we all have our own rights to believe in
Yeah.
whatever we want to believe in. And,
Uh-huh.
like, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna change that. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people's beliefs are like blatantly, to hurt others.
Mhm.
As much as it's kind of weird to say. As much as your right to believe that, but it's also much of our right. If it's like violating our actual life,
Yeah.
it's our right to fight back.
Uh
I
huh.
will say I'll put that out there as well. I'll put that
Yes.
out somewhere.
And some women, they can't. Their bodies can't handle pregnancy because of
Yeah,
certain physical issues.
yeah,
And so I think there's several reasons for why I believe women, why people in general should have the right to make decisions for themselves, for their
yeah.
own selves, and for their bodies.
Mhm.
And yeah, and I'm sure other people have several reasons for why they believe in that too.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
No,
you know,
I hate how pro-life and pro-choicers argue with each other. I think it's like these the way I see it is two clowns trying to make the bigger balloon sword.
sometimes an argument isn't started until
Some
until one of those two people tries to start the argument.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. But like,
You know.
and I always see like 9 times, not like these people that are arguing. I'm like, you guys really looked for this argument on
Yeah.
purpose, to be honest.
In a way, it's kind of like talking to a brick wall.
Yeah,
'Cause-
that's what I see. Yes, yes.
yeah, it's like,
yes.
and I've felt that way for years
Mm.
because I have members who who have harassed me about that topic. Well, just about politics in general, and it felt like, and I was being polite and minding my own business,
Yeah, nothing wrong.
and they came at me,
Mhm.
harassing me and bullying me about my beliefs
Yeah, yeah.
and trying to change me, and I'm like, dude,
It's
listen, like, why can't you just stop harassing me and respect my opinions
Mhm.
and just leave me alone? I was being polite and
Mhm.
nice and minding my own business,
Yeah,
and they started bullying me and harassing me, and I felt
Yeah.
that was being unfair.
definitely.
And I felt like when I was arguing back, it was like talking to a brick wall.
Yeah, yeah. Like some people, like they already know what they want out
Exactly.
of the argument
Yeah.
already.
They were getting mad at me because
Mhm.
they were learning that they had observed that no matter how hard they tried, they couldn't change me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't understand why they didn't just give up.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't get it.
I don't know. It's definitely. I will definitely say. I think a power trip is definitely part of it for sure.
Yeah.
Which is just fucking wrong in
Yeah.
general.
And plus at the time I was only 16
Mhm.
and they were adults and they probably thought they could take advantage of me
Yep.
because I was a minor.
Yep. Yep. That's always
And
how it works.
that's really messed up.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, there's that.
Excuse
Like-
me. But
like-
yeah.
And that really says a lot about them as as people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, who goes after a child?
For real. For real.
What adult goes after a child?
For real.
Yeah.
And like, let's really focus off the adults or the older generation
Yeah, yeah.
in general. You know, like yes, they're at fault for like a lot of things as well,
Mhm.
especially the way our politics work nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But I think our generation is also equally at fault for being very one-dimensional against one-dimensional arguments. So like the older generation, I think they're already one-dimensional as is.
Mm-hmm.
And-
Like closed-minded or
One-dimensional, like they only see things one way,
yes.
and like
Yes.
they always see A plus B will always equal C,
Yes.
and then I think
Yeah.
our generation is the same thing.
Yes.
Every time we say something, it's super blanketed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like every situation in life is very nuanced. Nothing is black and white.
Mm-hmm.
And then like that's the thing with our generation. They say blanket statements with so much fervor, and then now it's like it's two walls clashing now. There's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be no change in our.
You ever
government.
notice how a lot of Gen Zers, they go, okay, boomer,
Yeah, I think that's.
you know?
Dumb. I mean, I get why they do that, but at the same
Like-
time, like
Like, I get why.
yeah.
But like my mom one time my mom looked at my brother and she was like, "Don't say that. That is so disrespectful. Do
Mhm.
not say that." That's like it's very like, you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
mean and you know.
Yeah. I mean, like sometimes
You know.
some boomers, quote unquote, like actually like they're try to actually help you. You know, not all of them are out to get you.
Mm-hmm. Both
And-
of my parents are boomers actually.
I figured so. Yeah.
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 My mom turns 59 this month and my dad turned 60 this past March.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh dang, your dad's
Yeah.
doing something. And he's still
Yeah.
working at Dell.
Yeah, he works at Dell, yeah. And my
Oh.
mom she works for the Austin Radiologic Association. She's a mammographer. She does
Interesting.
mammograms on people's breasts to help them find out if they have breast cancer.
Mhm.
And also men are capable of getting breast cancer, not just women.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I already know. Yeah.
Yeah. I find that interesting.
I find it
Yeah.
interesting too. It's also
Yeah.
weird why do women have bigger breasts than men do.
Oh well, women. Okay.
Is it like
actually,
an estrogen thing?
well, women breastfeed from their breasts. Yeah. So they have like milk ducts in there.
Oh.
also,
yeah.
This is a scientific fact.
Mm.
Every fetus apparently starts out as a female in the womb.
Interesting.
And then so that's why men have boobs.
Oh.
Because
Interesting.
at first they were female, but then they biologically flipped into a male somehow.
That's super interesting.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've read online. I'm just saying that's what I'm no doctor.
Yeah,
You
same
know,
here. Same here.
but I'm just stating what I've read.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, but I find that interesting, and I think I would love to tell a misogynist that just to see how they'd react. Like, yeah, you were once a girl. Yeah.
Tell every racist that hey, everybody has African in them.
Yeah, the very first human life started on Africa. So
Yeah.
technically, you have African lineage.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah,
So,
there's
like,
that.
that'd be pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, that is pretty funny.
For sure.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Oh man. How long are we going on for?
it's just
59, exactly an hour.
Exactly
without
an
saying
hour.
That. Man, that was pretty good. That really flew by. Not gonna lie.
yeah. Oh my
sure.
god.
Yeah. All right. You have anything else to say? Or we can just wrap up now if you like.
I don't know really. I don't know. I don't know. Just be a decent human being.
For sure. For sure.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I wanted to briefly touch up on how like just like the general accountability in our society. So like, I just want to be clear. Speaking of with what we see in the American society, I think lack of accountability or self accountability is huge because I see both political side blaming each other for the same thing. The
Yeah.
liberals will blame conservatives for like being one dimensional, and then conservatives are blaming liberals for being one dimensional. Like
Yeah.
it's the same shit both sides. Like both sides are guilty of their own.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
That's what my ex-boyfriend was telling me actually.
Yeah.
He complained a lot about both sides.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, and I think it's rightfully so. And I think it's
Yeah.
really dumb how like a lot of people are thinking you have to be hardcore one side and only one side.
Yes. Yes.
I hate that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah. There's some. See, because I know some. So you remember the debate over guns and how conservatives say, well, we shouldn't. That the reason why this person did a shooting is
Mhm.
because it's the mind, not the gun, and
Exactly.
and
It's the person that decided to do it.
yeah,
not
and
the gun.
the Democrats are like, no, it's the gun. Like, no, a person had to pull the trigger
Exactly.
in order for the gun to go off.
Yeah.
So I think it's both. Like,
Yeah.
it's the person's mind and the fact that they had a gun.
Yeah.
And
Like,
so yeah.
Like you don't see a pistol just automatically stand up and start capping people.
No.
Like
It's
what?
not just the gun. That makes
Yeah,
no sense
That makes
at
no
all.
sense at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the mind and the fact that they chose to
Mhm.
do a shooting, and the fact and also the fact that they had a gun.
Yeah.
And
And then that goes back to like
yeah.
the rudimentary idea of how both
Yeah.
sides approach each situation.
yeah.
Like, okay, we're just talking about just purely killing.
Mm-hmm.
I can probably kill you with this bottle right now if I shove it down your throat and just leave it there.
Yeah.
You would suffocate.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like, okay, why don't we ban plastic bottles
Yeah.
or some shit? Just like
There's many things you could kill somebody with.
exactly.
Like literally multiple things.
Yeah.
You can, like I'm not a murderer. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
if you think about it, there's
Yeah.
several ways you could kill somebody.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah, like oh my god, creative killers are
You
scariest.
you can kill somebody by giving them too much potassium.
Yes, yes.
Actually.
literally feed them bananas.
Literally, if you feed them too many bananas, they could die from that. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
which is ridiculous. Well,
Yeah.
not that ridiculous, but yeah, like
Yeah.
it's something. So like, why don't we ban bananas then? Bananas kill that. Like, why don't
Yeah.
we do that? Have you heard that in September 1st in Texas, you no longer need to be licensed to carry a concealed firearm?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually saw this one post on social media where this one 19-year-old kid went into a store and bought a gun. They didn't do any background check on him or
That's-
anything like that, and they let him buy a gun.
Yeah, that scares me.
And I think it happened in Texas. I
Mhm.
think.
Yeah,
And yeah, he went in there. Yeah, and it was a big gun too. I think, and like I don't.
ridiculous.
Like,
Ridiculous. I
dude.
thought we do have strict gun laws, but apparently not.
No,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. How do you feel about that though? Like no longer needing a license.
I don't like that. I don't like that
I
at
don't
all.
blame you.
I think you need to get a background check done.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have. I don't think. And people who have a history of domestic violence,
Yeah.
if you have a history of being an abuser, you shouldn't have
That
have
much
a
power.
gun. No, you
Yes.
should not.
Yeah.
Because domestic abusers use guns as a way to manipulate their partners. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Mhm.
And a lot of people die every year from being victims of domestic violence.
Yeah.
As well.
Oh, that's gonna increase with people with
Yeah.
yeah.
And so yeah, there's that. Yeah, but I think you need to go through certain steps to be able to own a firearm.
I agree. You know,
So,
well,
you know.
my friend actually made a good point yesterday, but then I just now came up with something to go against that.
Yeah.
You know, bad people. You know, they're gonna have guns either way, no
Yeah.
matter what law is intact.
They'll get it somehow.
Exactly.
You know.
So like this allows it makes it easier for the people that do follow laws.
Like for example,
Mhm.
when alcohol was prohibited in America,
Yeah.
speakeasies were a thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
They found a way to get alcohol one way or another.
Exactly. So like.
So you know, it's never going to go away permanently.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
people are gonna do what they want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. But like
know.
in the situation of guns though, this at least makes it easier for law-abiding citizens to protect themselves now.
Yeah.
So I mean, my also other argument is also makes you know, quote unquote bad people it makes it easier for them to get guns as well. But again, you know, more good people, quote unquote, that are also strapped could also balance it out, I guess. So yeah, there's definitely a lot to this situation for sure.
Yeah. But I think you should need to go through certain steps to be able to own a gun. That's what I think.
I agree, but like, you know,
Yeah.
I guess this does at least even the playing field, maybe.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I don't like the fact that the playing field is even there. To begin with, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that scares me.
There's certain countries that don't even have like in certain countries they don't even allow their cops to have guns on
Are you
them.
serious?
Yeah.
Canada, maybe.
And I think in Great Britain it's the same way possibly.
Interesting.
I don't know. That's what I've heard. I think there's only in certain countries they only allow cops to have like tasers or like those batons,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Interesting.
Yeah, they don't allow them to have guns. Yeah, and I find that interesting as well. See, as Americans, that's weird for us to hear,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
to them, it's completely
It's
normal,
normal, yeah.
apparently. So yeah, it all depends on your perspective.
You know,
You know, so
Australia actually managed to completely ban guns.
they did.
Yeah.
Australia.
Something like that. So basically, what's
Yeah.
like Australian citizens collectively agreed and then turned their guns in.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow.
I'm like, what?
Dang.
That's the whole country.
America would never.
Oh, absolutely not. Imagine, like, that's why you always see people say ban guns in America. Like,
There's too many rednecks and hillbillies.
yeah, that's
in
what I'm saying. Like,
America.
imagine, like, okay, good luck knocking on every single door saying, "Give me your gun."
They would shoot and kill you if
Exactly.
you did that.
Exactly.
Literally, I know people who would do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you? That's what also annoys me about liberals. You know, they make everything seem too easy on paper, when it's not.
Yes, they make. Yeah, there's some people that make it seem super easy. Like, okay, all we gotta do is this and this, and then it'll be done.
Yeah.
No, people are more difficult than that.
Exactly. Like
Yep.
I said, you know, life is black and white.
Yeah.
Or not black and white. There's a lot of gray in between.
Yes, things are not
Mm-hmm.
always gonna be like a 1-step, 2-step process.
Exactly. Like
You know,
not
so.
everything in life is A plus B will always equal C.
No.
Sometimes
no.
it equals F or
Yeah.
Z or whatever the fuck.
What X equals Y
Or
it's just
shit like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like you never know.
yeah.
Everything's really different.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Oh
man.
my god. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty much it. See, I own a taser.
Yes.
I used to own mace, but I got rid of my mace for a certain purpose because I know
Mhm.
when you're in the wind, like if you were outside and it
In
was
the
windy
wind,
outside,
yeah,
then
yeah.
and you were spraying mace, it would just fly back in your face,
Mm,
and you'd be helping the perpetrator.
yeah.
But with a taser, all you have to do is charge it.
Mm-hmm. And make sure to make contact.
Yeah, it makes you make
And
contact.
It's not like
yeah.
the wind's gonna push it away either.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And mace expires, but tasers don't apparently.
as long as they charge,
as long as you charge them. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I need
Yeah.
to get a taser now.
Yeah, and I got it off the Dick's Sporting Goods website. It was very affordable. It was like less than $50.
Are you serious?
Yeah, seriously.
I need to get one
I can show
just
you
for
one.
fun. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna do it just for fun.
I know. No, well, actually, it's illegal to use it for non-defense purposes.
Okay, I understand why. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I only did this for self-defense. No other purpose.
Yeah, of course, naturally.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Oh my god, it's pink too.
It's pink. Yes. They have them in different colors actually.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So it comes in this case right here.
Doesn't it tell you how much voltage it has?
I think it does, and it's very loud when you turn it on.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not gonna turn it on.
Oh,
Okay, it's
That's-
Sabre S-1007,
I like how there's a zip code on it
and
too.
it was made in China.
Of course. I like how there's a zip code on it as well.
A zip code? That's a serial number.
Oh, it looks almost exactly like her.
Yeah, and yeah, it looked like a zip code.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. And here's the plug-in right here. You
Yeah.
just push this out. It's
Mhm.
off right now,
Yeah.
but you plug it in and you just plug it into the wall.
Are
like
you serious?
that.
That's an AC.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so cool. I need to get
And
one.
it comes with a flashlight as
Uh-huh.
well.
Uh-huh.
How do I do the flashlight? I forgot how to do
Just
the
just watch you
flashlight.
accidentally turn it on.
I forgot how to do the flashlight. Oh, here's the flashlight. Yeah, you put it in the middle.
Oh shit! So you blind them before you could.
Yeah, like if you're at night,
Mm-hmm.
if you're doing it at night and you need light, like it helps you feel safer. Plus,
Oh.
not just for like being not just for having light to tase people, but also like
Just
if you're
general
in a
light.
dark place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want me to turn it on and show you? I'm not gonna tase you.
Well, yeah, we might have to turn off the camera for this.
No. Oh,
Okay,
no.
so we have to wait after this, yo.
Oh, okay.
'Cause like
We
you
can
said-
just cut that part out of the video.
Okay,
if
yeah,
you
sure,
want.
sure.
But
sure.
yeah. Wait, hold on.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, me to turn it. You want me to turn it on?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Like that. That's it. And I turned it off.
That's so cool. I love it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
That's so cool. I can't wait to actually do it on somebody.
No. Not
Okay,
not unless that's like highly illegal.
Oh yeah,
can't-
yeah. I imagine that's assault, like straight up.
No,
But,
yeah,
like,
don't do that. No, only if you feel
somebody
like you're being.
please harass me.
No. Only if you feel like you're being like attacked and you're
Oh.
scared and
Oh yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense. Makes sense. Yo, that's so cool.
yeah. Apparently, the human trafficking rate is human trafficking happens in Round Rock, Texas. Apparently, yeah,
That's like right there.
yeah. And
So
I
cool.
used to work at Tiff's Treats in
Mhm.
Round Rock, Texas, and apparently my boss was like, just so you know, human trafficking actually happens in Round Rock. So please make sure you have like mace on you
Double
just for
tasers.
like defense purposes. Yeah, and I was like, okay, but yeah, at that time I had mace on me.
I like
but
the sound of that. Double
Is mine-
tasers.
Is the power off? Did I turn the power off?
Yeah, you probably want to do that.
I think I did. Okay, good.
Okay, good.
Whew. Wouldn't want to tase myself on accident.
While driving.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That would be so terrible. That'd be a
Absolutely.
nightmare. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh my god. Yeah. But
That's
yeah,
good.
I
That's a-
love my taser. I've never had to use it yet. I haven't had to use it yet.
That's a good side, but at the same time, what fun is that?
I know.
I
Oh
know
my
I want
God.
to tase somebody for
Yeah.
sure.
They say the best places to tase somebody are in the neck, right here,
Mhm. sense.
like right here, and I think they
Mhm.
said another area
The
as well.
dick,
Or maybe like right here in the
the
heart,
chest, yeah.
right here in the
Okay.
chest.
What's the killing blow?
I don't know. Just like very sensitive areas, I would assume.
Okay, I think I might have to research that in my own time.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
probably, that's probably
Like
best.
they actually, it came with an instruction manual, and it told you the best places to tase somebody.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. That's what it said. Yeah,
That's so cool. I love it.
yeah.
I need to get myself one.
Yeah,
Anyways.
yeah. But only use it for defense purposes.
Yeah,
Only do that.
naturally. We don't condone violence or assault. I should
No.
probably put that disclaimer out there for legal
Mhm.
reasons. Anyways,
Yeah.
I think
And they're legal to own in Texas. I looked it up. So.
I thought it was legal to own anywhere.
Oh, okay.
United
Well, I'm
States.
just saying in Texas, in the state of Texas, it's
interesting,
legal.
interesting. I'm gonna definitely look into that for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. Anyways, we definitely went on for that was definitely a good ass conversation for sure.
Wait,
Anyways,
were you willing to fix my nails?
oh
or-
yeah, I can definitely fix your nails for you. Sure, no problem. no
Oh
problem.
yeah, cool. Okay.
Yeah, anyways, that was another episode of the Dozens Podcast. I've been your
Thank you.
host. Thank you, Cassie, once again. That was definitely a good conversation. Catch us every new episode every Sunday on Spotify, YouTube, Google Podcasts. There's a couple others. I never remember them. Anyways, okay, bye.